Good morning. Thank you, Captain White. Ms. Odom, thank you for asking me to give a few remarks. This is one of our best regions. We love policing in the North. You're a great partner to us, and we appreciate that. We've got some of the very best men and women that we have to offer assigned out here in the North region, and they have great leadership, and we're proud to be here. You know, I had an opportunity to attend the silent witness ceremony at the State House last week, and it was encouraging, but it was also alarming and kind of numbing, sobering when I looked at the number of victims that perished at the hands of domestic violence this past year. You know, we always shoot to be at the top of lists. We aspire to be number one in so many things, and being at the top of the list for leading the nation in domestic violence homicides is not a list we want to be on. It was encouraging because we went from being number one in the United States to number 5. So I think we're making progress, and I do take away encouragement from that. I think that can be attributed to legislators working with law enforcement and service providers in the domestic violence arena to better address root causes of domestic violence, and there should be ramifications, significant ramifications, and I think we're making progress. But to think that in 2015 we had 47 people murdered from domestic violence is shocking. 35 were women and 12 were men, and I think it's important to realize that men are the victims at times of domestic violence. But I don't think we can ever forget those that suffer probably some of the greatest collateral damage from that, and that's our children. But we also can't lose track of the fact that guns remain the primary weapon when it comes to domestic violence homicides. And you know, I make no secret, I think guns are way too accessible. I think gun accessibility and guns falling in the hands of people that are under mental stress, mental duress, emotional duress, especially in domestic violence situations, it leads to disaster. And not only is it a criminal crisis and a criminal matter that requires significant attention, but I believe it also is a public health issue, and we have to address the availability of firearms and how they fall into the wrong hands at the wrong times. The police department is very committed to preventing, educating, and bringing quick resolve to domestic violence situations. We have a wonderful staff of investigators, and our victim advocates do just an exceptional job. We're very fortunate to be awarded a grant this year where we're adding an additional 2 victim advocates. I think that's going to position us in a much better position to provide for the needs of our victims of crimes, but specifically for the victims of domestic violence and education and prevention. I'd also like to recognize our important partners in our fight against domestic violence and preventing domestic violence, and that's Sister Care, the South Carolina Coalition Against Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault, and the Attorney General's Office and their program Stop Violence Against Women's program. I would also close in saying, if you need help, if you're in a domestic violence situation and you need to talk with someone, reach out to the hotline, and that number is 803-765-9428, or toll free 1-800-637-7606. Thank you.